Everybody, Vince Ferrara, Neyland Stadium in the pregame. Tennessee and Kentucky, a big SEC battle. Very important with all the stakes that are on the line for the University of Tennessee, especially with Georgia looming next week. Thanks for joining us, 991thesportsanimal.com for all your post-game. We'll have updates on all our socials at sportsanimal991. 7 p.m. kickoff, dark mode, the atmosphere anytime you come into Neyland Stadium, especially right now under Josh Heupel, is electric. And then when you've had the extra things like Checker Neyland and dark mode, things like that, it unbelievably takes it to another level. I don't know how the bar will be raised by the fans here tonight, but we'll give it a shot. Tonight, Tennessee and Kentucky, and a lot of people are talking about this being a trap game for Tennessee and the overlook with Georgia looming next week. Now, there are things that point towards Kentucky's direction if you're looking for an upset around college football, but in my opinion, Tennessee has handled these situations, has handled every week, frankly, regardless of the opponent, with a lot of maturity. Whether it was back at LSU when Tennessee was coming off of a bye week, but then also that emotional win over Florida and had Alabama afterwards, unfazed, or they haven't played down to their competition. Under Josh Heupel, Tennessee has blasted opponents, haven't stacked too many unnecessary game reps on starters, been able to play a lot of people and handle those things with maturity. I think Tennessee will handle Kentucky with maturity here today. Now, that doesn't mean it won't be a tough game. Kentucky, they're coming off of a bye week, so a little bit of an advantage there from that standpoint, while Tennessee did have to play UT Martin last week, and there's the physicality of practices and things like that, and then and the game. And then also, Kentucky gets Tavion Robinson back, their top wide receiver and biggest threat. So there are some things. Kentucky will slow the tempo down. They're going to try to do that. Clash of styles, as we've talked about a lot this week. And even if Kentucky is successful at that, Florida was successful at that in going forward on fourth down. I think you might see some of that from Kentucky as well, trying to keep the ball away from the number one offense in the nation in Tennessee. Now, that being said, I still think Tennessee will be explosive today. Cedric Tillman is expected to be back. That's what's been reported. Cedric Tillman said he was back on social media. Jalen McCullough expected to be back as well. Now, the key is, and what we don't know, is the roles of those players, how much they will play. Will Danico Slaughter still start at corner? Will they ease McCullough back in, or does he go right back into his starting spot? What about Cedric Tillman? Will we see the Cedric Tillman that we saw start the year and then last year with his unbelievable breakout season? Or will they ease him in, maybe use him as a decoy at times, keep him on a pitch count and limit his snaps during his game, and then get him ready full for Georgia next week? Obviously, if Tennessee and Georgia take care of their business today in their respective games, it will be the biggest regular season game since probably 1998 for this Tennessee program. So a lot on the line, but not really worried about how this Tennessee team will handle things. A couple of keys in the game, obviously turnovers. Tennessee has not turned the ball over very much this year. If they stay in character with everything they do, including protecting the ball, I think that'll be a big advantage if the Vols win the turnover battle. And then also limiting explosive plays. If Kentucky is able to get some of those big plays, especially in the pass game, to go with their run game threat, then that's going to make Kentucky balanced on offense, and it's going to make it more difficult for Tennessee. And then the other thing is a great start for Tennessee. If you can force Kentucky to play from behind, especially 2 to 3 scores, get them out of their comfort zone and maybe give up on the run a little bit and have to throw more, not use their arguably their best player, their catalyst, as Brian Jean-Marie called him on offense, running back Chris Rodriguez, then you're getting him out of character. Will Levis, although very talented, still loved by NFL scouts, by the way, and NFL scouts told me his stock has not really dropped this year because he doesn't have that much around him. He has some, and this Kentucky team can D up, but so that's the deal with Levis. So, but I think if Levis is trying to do too much and trying to come from behind, I think that will be to Tennessee's advantage because he will turn the ball over from time to time. So a couple of keys from the game today. It will be unbelievable as always, and we'll have all the coverage for you in the post game. 991thesportsanimal.com, all of our socials, SportsAnimal991, and we'll have a wrap-up video Josh Heupel post-game, player post-game, all of that. And then Sunday, Sports Sound-Off with Jimmy and Tim coming up Sunday morning at 8 a.m. You guys enjoy the game, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Vince Ferrara. Check it in from Neyland Stadium. See ya.